this is Tony, and today I'm going to be showing you all of my coloring supplies. I just got these, so I haven't used them hardly at all. So here's the watercolor pencils. This is a 48 set, and that's just kind of what they look like. You can see these in more detail in my swatch video. I have started a page with the expert color pencils, so this is the 72 set, and I also have a swatch video of these, so I go through kind of some first impressions there. There's a third layer under that. I also have a set of Polychromos pencils, which I've used quite a lot. I had bought the 36 set, and I've been slowly adding to it, so I'm not sure how many pencils I have right now, but I bought a bunch of greens to add to the 36 set, as well as a couple purples, just a couple blues, and a couple browns. So very natural colors is kind of what I go for here. I'm really happy with these pencils. I really like them. So that's that. Now my most used pencils are definitely my Prismacolors. Let's just adjust this real quick if we can. So these are my Prismacolors. Oh, that's the back. I keep my swatch chart in here. I have every color except for the neons. I don't anticipating ever wanting to use the neons. I didn't buy the 150 set. I actually bought the 130 set when it was a thing. I haven't seen that on sale recently. I think it goes from 72 to 150 now. But I bought the 130 set and then finished it apart from the neons. Back here I have a couple of Goldfarbers. This is the Goldfaber silver, white, and gold. Just the extra white pencils. These are kind of my extras down here. So I have an extra, I think that's a chartreuse or yellow chartreuse. Extra black grape because I'm about to run out of that one. Lots of little white stubbies. Extra black. This is a lime peel. I think I meant to buy chartreuse and accidentally bought lime peel, so I have an extra one of those. Up here I keep a couple gel pens. This is the Uniball Signo. And then this is a new Posca that hasn't been opened yet. That's got the shrink wrap on it still. I haven't used that. That's just where I'm keeping it for now. Okay, here's some more of my water mediums. These are my Goldfaber Aqua pencils. So these are my first watercolor pencils. I don't use them too often, but I just don't use watercolor pencils that often in general. So this is just a 48 set. That's the most it comes in. I like them pretty well. This is the swatch. A while ago I bought a 12 set of Inktense to try them out. So here they are, and then I keep the swatch in there. For my most recent birthday, my mom actually knew that I wanted more of these. She uses them on fabrics. She does a lot of quilting and things like that. So she bought a 72 set for herself a while ago. And we were chatting, and I told her I only had 12. So she sent me the 36 set for my birthday. That was just about a month ago, so I haven't used these a whole ton yet, but I'm very excited about it. That's upside down, isn't it? Boop. It was funny. We were chatting, and I had told her that I had a 12 set. And I said, I need more because I don't use them. She just laughed and thought that was hilarious. And then the Neocolor 2s, which I've done a video on. I've also done a video on the Inktense. So this is my swatch chart that has 84 Neocolors on it. And then this is the swatch chart just for this set, which is 40. And there they are. Those are fun. I've used them a couple times now for backgrounds. To me, they're not quite as easy as they look on some other YouTube videos. But I'm getting there. I'm getting the hang of them. Now this tote is one just absolute giant mess. So on the outside of this tote, I've got gel pens. Oop, that should be stored down. I don't really use these. These are not the world's greatest gel pens. They're just I don't even know what brand they are. It's not written on here. On this side, I've got some things that I never use. I don't even know where this came from, this Elegant Writer pen. This is a Pitt Artist pen, a black one. I thought that I would use this, so I bought it one day. It was on sale. I haven't used it yet. And then a white one. I haven't used that. Around the back, I've got nothing on the sides around the back. I've still got this on here, even though I've had it for years. On this side, though, I do use these. So these are my Poscas. So I have the 1MR, which is a 0.7 millimeter. And I have PC3M, which is the next size up. This one's felt tip. This small one is a metal tip. So this is the smallest felt tip size. And then the next one up from that felt tip is the PC5M. I have hardly ever used this one. This one gets used sometimes. The smallest is definitely the most used, so that's why I had the extra one in the Prismacolor pouch thingy. I also have my Jelly Roll and Uniball Signo in here. Silver and gold Uniball Signo, haven't really used those, but I figured they'd be nice to have. Gold Posca, which I haven't used in any finished pages. I should though. I should use that. Oh, and then this is a Prisma blender. I don't use. Gardening shears, cool. I just bought this, so I haven't used it yet, but I thought I'd use the circles for bokeh backgrounds. Maybe some triangle bokeh backgrounds might be cool. I don't know. These are extra pencils that I bought that don't fit in the tins. So this is an Inktense, and these are two Neocolor 2s. And then I have burnishing and blending pencils. I don't use those. This is not just coloring stuff. This also has drawing stuff. So I have my drawing pencils. This is kind of a book that I thought I would use for swatch charts. So I have my gold Fabers on there and some of my watercolors. And then I took it to an art store and tested out pencils and stuff. So that's what all this mess is. So this is just kind of a thing I play around on. Down here I have my Tagall sharpener. This is a Prismacolor Scholar sharpener. That's actually my daughter's. Highlighters don't get used for coloring. They're just in here because I'm a slob. Clear ruler. This is masking fluid. These are Harry Potter stamps. Those aren't for coloring. Okay, these I use for drawing. Oh, this doesn't have a line on it. This is a mess. I must have used that for something. I made this to go with the drawing on the right side of the brain book. So I use it for proportions and things if I'm trying to draw something. Those are staples. Oh, that's that paper that I used for the 24 set video. This is clear gesso that I bought to use for watercolor mediums or water mediums in coloring books. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm excited about that. I've also heard that the golden satin glazing liquid works really well, so I want to try that as well. And I might do a video comparing those or trying one of them out. I don't know. There's some watercolor mixing trays. This, let me set this aside for a sec. Has a couple of miscellaneous things, but it also has all my erasers. So I have a little duster. I have my electric eraser. I have a kneaded eraser. I'm not sure. I know this box is a Sargent kneaded eraser box, but I think the kneaded eraser inside is actually Faber-Castell. A couple drawing pencils that are just left over in here, so that's not a coloring thing. Pencil. This is my Pentel Click eraser. It's a retractable eraser. It's pretty nice to use if you're not erasing a really fine area, but if you are, then I actually have the Tombow Mono erasers, which are similar but really tiny. So this one is round and this one is a rectangle. I have refills for those, so I drew on them, the round ones and the rectangle ones. These are the Pentel Click refills. They're kind of messy. I'd probably wash them off before I put them in. I just have a small little sharpener in here. I have a little Derwent eraser. I think this might have come with a blender pencil or something. I use these Factus Black 18 erasers a lot. These are made by Generals, so I like those erasers when I'm erasing a big area. I used this in the peacock neck video, so if you want to see that in action. Another little sharpener. This is just a plastic eraser. I don't think this is a Staedtler one. I think this one might be Pentel. I don't know for sure. So I have two plastic erasers. And then these are refills for the electric eraser. So I use all these erasers. I use the plastic ones, I use the black ones, I use the Tombow Monos, I use my electric eraser, I use my kneaded eraser. I think I have a couple other kneaded erasers somewhere as well. I use the Pentel. Actually, I don't know that I've used the Derwent, but it's there if I need it. This is my bag with water brushes. I should empty them out so that they don't get mildew or anything in them, but I'm not sure where my small one is. Flat, large, medium. My small one must be over on my computer desk. I do some of my coloring over there. So these are Pentel water brushes. I've had Sakura Koi ones, but those became really hard to open and I wasn't able to refill it. So I had to toss it. I had my husband try to open it, we couldn't get it. These are soft pastels. These are Artist Loft brand, so I just picked them up at Michael's. They're just the Michael's store brand. They're not very pigmented. I would like to replace them with something better, so I have the Mungyo ones in my cart on Amazon, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. So I've used these in some backgrounds, but I don't really like to because there's just there's not enough pigment. It takes a long time. Twine is not coloring. This is fixative that I use on pages where I've used the pastels, and also sometimes color pencil so it doesn't transfer. Oh, here's a smaller one of those grid thingies. Oh look, scotch tape. I'm always looking for scotch tape. I have these stickles, which I've never opened. Compass for drawing circles. This is a rainbow made out of pipe cleaner, probably for a 7-year-old's leprechaun trip. This is the Prismacolor pencil sharpener. I used to use this before I got the Tagal. It has 2 sizes. I have some washi tapes. I don't really care what the patterns are because I just use them when I do watercolors if I want to tape off anything. So these ones haven't been opened obviously, but I've used these on pages and then removed them when I've finished painting. These are my regular old watercolors. It's just a 12 half pan set, Winsor & Newton. So it's just a little travel kit. Oh my goodness, look at that. Go back in your spots. Oh my goodness, it's stuck there. Oh, it's stuck good. Hold on. I must have put it away wet or something. Oh, I thought I broke it. Even if I did, that's not a big deal. There we go. My lid to a jar that's not here. Garbage. This is, oh, another kneaded eraser. This looks like maybe a Girl Scout craft. More pipe cleaners. More pipe cleaners. Oh, a metal ruler. I think my husband was looking for this one. A pen. A Hobby Lobby receipt. This is the shoulder strap for the pencil case that I have the Prismacolors in. And that is everything in there. Okay, and then I have this tin. So this box is actually what my Prismacolor 132 set came in. I have, well, these are just wet erase markers. These aren't for coloring. In here, I've got some Moonlight Jelly Rolls. So these are the colors I have. I bought them recently. I'm planning on using them to add little flowers and stuff if they're really tiny in the backgrounds or in a grass in a scene or something. I have these Micron pens. I bought a set that has them in different sizes. I bought these to go along with the How to Draw Inky Wonderlands book by Johanna Basford. So I've used those a bit. So this is a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. It's a little brush pen. And then I've also, in this little tin, got some cheapo paintbrushes. These actually could go in this one over here with other paintbrushes. So I'm going to set those aside. I have got some Tombow Monos. These are a couple different sets, as well as ones I bought open stock. So this jar has all my cool colors, and this jar has all my warm colors, or is supposed to anyway. Those should be over there. And then I just have a blender pencil, at least one in each jar. Doesn't really matter. That's just, the blender pencils come with sets. So for now, this is my Tombow swatch chart, but I want to make a new one. This here is a little laminated card by Tombow. You can use it as a blending palette, and then on the back it's got printed colors with the names, the numbers all there. I have these blending stumps that I have not used, batteries and non-coloring thingies. Heel and stick fabric fuse. Yeah, that's not coloring, so a mess, basically. Then I have some of my other watercolor things. So I have a couple brushes here. These are just, like, this is like a Master's Touch, which is the Hobby Lobby store brand, but kind of the nicer end of the store brand. So I've got watercolor brushes, and then I've got a couple of these type of brushes that are not brush tip. They're like a plastic on the end. I bought them for using masking fluid. That way I don't ruin any bristles. Actually, I think these are my daughter's. She can have those. These are Faber-Castell eraser pencils. I bought them when I was trying to find a solution to do really tiny eraser marks. The Tombow Mono does great. These not so much. So these never get used. And that is it for in there. So I think that covers just about everything that I have. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing if you want to see more like this in the future.